Good evening. Welcome to Coffee Talk number 126, my Friday evening live stream. It's 7 p.m. Central Time, and it is the 12th of January 2024. Hope everybody is having a happy new year. I know it's getting cold, winter is here, and as far as where I live in Victoria, Texas, it will be extremely cold over this weekend and the first 2 or 3 days of this coming week. It'll be below freezing overnight and very cold into the day. Luckily, because I am an educator and because the state of Texas celebrates Martin Luther King Day, I will be off on Monday the 15th. I am anticipating that school will be late and starting on Tuesday, that they'll delay the start of school, and they may even not have school as an inclement weather day. Normally a school district will look at doing that if the attendance is going to be really bad, so it doesn't hit their attendance rate. Also, a lot of times when the weather's like that, you will have people who will be not going to work, so they'll have a hard time filling all the slots of people who are absent. When you come in, if you would, please leave a like to support the channel. It will help me with the algorithm. First like, thank you. Appreciate it. Haven't gotten any comments yet. If you would care to comment, I would appreciate it. Let me know who you are so I can greet you. For those of you who are in lurker mode, welcome to my channel. Holly Ivans. Welcome, Holly. I know it's probably cold where you're at. It'll work its way down to me, but it's not there yet. It's supposed to be really cold Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll have about 3 days of really cold weather. Right now, everyone is you and one other person, besides myself. Just now getting the stream up and going. 2 likes, 2 in the house. I'm going to cover a few things tonight about alternate means of heating. Belinda's Country Living. Hello, welcome to my live stream, Belinda. I hope it's warm where you're at. Cold, I understand. We're going to be in the 40s tomorrow with a lot of rain. Yeah, it's even worse, you know, it's cold and then it's wet. That makes it even worse. Makes it feel twice as cold as it actually is. Danielle Davis. Welcome, Danielle Davis. And the Black Widow channel. Thank you for coming in. Danielle, let me look at your channel. Right now you don't have standard moderator, so let me see what I can say about your channel. I am subscribed to your channel already. And Danielle, you have 166 subscribers and you have 35 videos. Let me share out your channel. Guys, I encourage you to support Danielle. Danielle Davis, this is a link to her channel. And Danielle, I'm going to give you standard moderator rights, my friend. You now have standard moderator rights on my channel. And the Black Widow channel coming in. How are you doing? Get a few more people in the stream. 6 in right now. Get a few more people in the stream and I'll start talking about some new items that I have. I'm doing a video on a new little portable stove that I got that is a sterno stove. I'll show it to you in a minute. So I bought a sterno stove for $11 on Amazon. Came in a little plastic bag. And it will burn sterno or safe heat. I'm doing a video on it. Lightweight. So you get the thing set up. You insert your canned heat like this. You light it. You close it up. And you can sit on top to heat water. You can sit a pan up there. You can sit a pot. It's lightweight, it folds up flat, and you can use it with, I like to use the 6-hour safe heat. I get a 12-pack of these at Sam's Club for $20. This is the equivalent of the Cochran's that I have for about $12. The other one, a little bit heavier, a little bit more metal. It's got a, instead of having it open and basically where you sit on the hangers, it's actually got a bottom to it that you sit it down. And I'll do a little video on using it. Let's see, anybody else come in? 5 in the house, 4 likes. Thank you for subbing. We grow together. So I worked all week and attendance was bad. They had paraprofessionals substituting classes. That's how bad it was. We finished the week well. Second week of the spring semester. I'll be off Monday for Martin Luther King Day, so it'll be a 4-day week. I got my lesson prep up. I did my lesson plan book for the coming week. I've got 7 different subjects that I'm responsible for with these kids that I have in my behavioral unit. And I got all the assignments and everything plugged into my grade book, and now all I have to do is just plug in the grades. So I'll do that over the weekend. Utah Mike, thank you for coming in. Good to see you. And thank you for being here, Utah Mike. Yeah, if everybody would basically help each other out, that way we all grow together. And I will try to put in some more time on my channel this weekend. I will do some community wall posts. I'll show some items on my community wall that are good items to have as preps. And I will also link channels. I'll try to link the channels that have been my last 2 or 3 live streams and link them tomorrow. If you have not received notifications, you may need to click or hit the bell notifications so that you will be notified when I have a video or I have an upcoming premiere, such. I don't do that many, so you're not going to get constantly beat by me. I'll do 1 or 2 shorts a week if it's a good week. I'll do maybe 1 video a week, and then I usually live stream at 7 p.m. for about an hour most evenings. And I will try to do a few community wall posts, and whenever I do community wall posts, I will link supportive channels, good channels. So if you look for channels, if you're looking for channels that you can connect with that will support you if you support them, I encourage you to go to my community wall, and I've got a lot of channels linked up there. If you will connect with them, they will connect with you. If you will support them, they will support you. Mike Rise. It has been a while since I have talked to you, Mike. Smashing Machine, my friend. I've been thinking about you. How's the missus and how are the babies? Are they walking around eating solid food yet? Or are you still on diaper duty? I understand life's been busy. Texas weather, it's getting cold. It will be tomorrow night. It'll be colder. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it should be below freezing overnight. It won't get too warm during the day. And they're saying it may get down to like 21, 22 degrees, maybe Monday evening, overnight. The high for one day, I think, one of the days is going to be like around 38 degrees, you know, when I check the weather. Little Lone Prepper, thank you for coming in. And KP Heathen, thank you for being here, Gary. And Little Lone Prepper. I've been going back trying to answer and respond to comments. And I mean, I'm going back like a couple of weeks trying to pick up on and trying to say, hey, he just responded. Yeah, I've been responding to some stuff that's like 10 days old, you know, and I apologize about that. My friend Claudette in Canada, she was one of my subscriber giveaways. She's saying she lives right across the border. She can see the United States, Michigan, right across from Michigan. And she was talking about how kids from the United States will go across the border over to Canada to drink because the legal drinking age there is 19 and here it's 21. So you'll get kids who will go across so they can buy alcohol, you know. Mike, it is what it is. 95% whiteout in eastern Utah. Well, yeah, it gets cold. That's further north. It gets cold up there. I understand. Utah is a great state. So as I was mentioning earlier, and I'm doing a video on it. I got a another little camp stove. You sit a can like Safe Heat. It sits in here. You can light it, close it up. You can it's got a grill on top of it, so you can sit down a pot or a mug or whatever and heat water, heat soup, you know, reconstitute. It's a Sterno folding stove. I paid $11 for it. Paid $11 for it. on Amazon, free delivery. It folds up flat. I mean, it folds up like this. Can you see? That's how much room it takes up when you put it in the slot. And I'm going to try it out this weekend. I'll make myself some coffee. Just finished drinking a cup in my MRE Nation cup. How has my health been? I'm well right now. I don't know how long I'm going to stay well, but I'm well right now. I tend to catch whatever the kids bring to school. It's hard on everybody. It is. I am a retired educator who went back to work as an educator. So I am teaching a behavioral unit in a middle school here in Victoria, Texas. And I started out as a teacher. I worked my way into administration. I worked my way into having my own campuses. I've been an elementary principal. I've been a junior high. I was a junior high assistant principal. I've been a high school principal, the lead principal at high school. I've been a director at Central Office for Special Ed and Career and Technology Education. Section 504, you know, federal program stuff. And now I am, having retired 6 years ago, after 5 years of being retired, I came back to work. And I'm enjoying it. I get up in the morning, 5:30. I'm out the door before 7. I'm at work, 15 minutes later. School starts at 8:30. Gets out at 3:45. I'm out the door, going home a little after 4:15. 15-minute ride home. I'm home. I rest, I eat. Maybe I go run an errand, look at a few clips, make a few responses, and then I usually live stream at 7. After my live stream, if it's a school night, I'll put together a playlist, run a playlist, leave a few comments, watch a few little shorter videos, and then I go to bed and I'll do the same thing tomorrow. And I'm coughing, so maybe I'm getting sick. Again, my nose is a little bit stopped up. I need to do some work on my channel. I'll try to put up a new short, and I'll try to put up a new video. Holly Ivans was one of the people recently. Well, I've got to prepare her. I've got all the components for it. I'll show you what I'm putting into it, and I'm going to do a video on it. But Holly will be the next person who will be getting a goodie box from me. Idaho Garden Girl, who hasn't come in yet, if she comes in. I'm sure the weather's pretty bad where she's at. She said she had got a notification that a package was in her box, but then when she went for her box, there wasn't a package. And I said, well, the package is pretty good size, so if you got a small mailbox, what they normally do is they'll normally put a key in your box with the number on it, and you basically need to go around to where the bigger boxes are. You put the key in it, open it up, and there'll be your package. So she said she needed to see about that because there wasn't a key in her box, but she'd got a notification that the package had come in. So she was going to try to research that today. Bus stop. Thank you for coming in. I sent Bus Stop, he was the 1500 subscriber giveaway winner. I sent him a nice package, and I think he got it already. Did you get your package, Bus Stop, Bruno? intro. Well, that's good. Your wife got a promotion. That's wonderful. The wife manager. Nice, Mike. Um, so, in putting together my boxes, in the next box, American Trucker's Wife, welcome. Been a while since we've seen you. Thank you for coming in. The next person that should be receiving a box that I need to put together, and I'm going to try to film it this weekend, will be Holly Ivins. You're up. You're in the batter's box for a box. So let me show you some of the stuff that's going to go in the box. I'll show y'all some of the stuff that's going to go in the box. Then I'm giving away. The current theme on my goodie boxes for my top supporters that have been with me for a long time, I'm doing fire-related, heat-related stuff. So as an example, I just showed a stove that Sterno puts out. Well, Sterno stove, $11 folding stove from Sterno. I'm gonna try it out this weekend. I'll make some, boil some water, make some coffee. I'll do a video of that. I'm putting this in the boxes I'm giving out. There's one sitting right back there on the where my finger's pointing. One that's opened. You know, it's not heavy. You use camped heat or Sterno, and I put that in it, and then in the process of putting that in it, the box, I'm putting a couple of Sternos, the green environmental fuel. They go for about $2 for about $7. So I mean, you can add, you know, what I'm putting in my goodie boxes as far as money wise, and it'll cost me about $20 to send the box out. Creative Redundancy, CR, thank you for coming in. I'm not paying attention right now to the stream I'm talking about, and I apologize if somebody sneaks in on me and you don't hear me comment. I don't have a producer or anything. This is a budget operation, you know. So I put that stove, folding stove, and I put a couple of Sternos in it. And the idea is you use it, you like it, you buy more Sterno. You buy camp heat. I like to use the canned heat, and I get 12 of these for $20 at Sam's Club. These will burn for 6 hours. You can light them, heat your water. It takes 15 minutes to boil some water. Put it out afterwards. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. You can also use a couple of these. You can burn a couple of these in a bedroom, and it'll heat a room. It'll keep your temperature a little. You won't freeze. It'll, you know, if say in a bedroom you don't have the heat, the power goes off. You can burn a couple of these, and it'll keep you above, you know, freezing. So I put that in there, and then I got another one, and these are good things. I have them. Here's an emergency stove, and this one burns with tabs. I'm going to open this up and show you. These are about $11, so you get one of these, and I'll open it up and pull it out and show you what's in here. Here it is. So open it up, and it burns these tabs. light a couple of these tabs. You'll heat water. Now the only thing about these, you could use them inside, but they stink. So you really want, if you're using this, you want to use it outside, covered patio, porch, garage, because it smells. These smell bad. So you put your pot pan up here. If you're doing just a cup, you put it like this, and then your cup will sit on it. So I'm putting that in there. And then in addition, I'm putting in an extra pack of the tabs. These are, it's about a little over $5. An extra 24 tabs. So you get 48 tabs. Put it back. So the people I've been sending boxes to, they've been getting these. And then I put a pack of stormproof matches. These I get right now, they're going to clearance for $2.50. I got a bunch of these, $2.50. They'll get that. A lot of times I put a copy of the Constitution with Declaration of Independence. I'll put that in the box. If I haven't sent you one before, I'll send you one. Nita's Fog, thank you for coming in, Nita. That's a sub-channel of hers, I think, Nita's Cooking Show. Nita's Cooking Show. Nita, I run one of your live streams. So, in addition, I'm a big lover of Tabasco. So, 5 ounces of the red sauce. This is a number 3 on the 1 to 5 scale. 1 being the easy, 5 being the hot. This is a 3. I'll put a 5 ounce of that in it. And I also like the jalapeno green sauce. It's a 5 ounce. I'll put one of these in there. Now, when I did Guru Dave's and Echo's box, which I did a video of it, when I sent their box, Dave can only handle the lights. This is a 1. You know, he's got sensitive stomach. So I put 3 of these in his box. And then the other one that I put in the boxes, because I'll put 3 in. This is my favorite, which is the Chipotle. It's a number 2 on the heat index. Very tasty. So you'll wind up getting these 3 in your box. And just to show you, like you get a ration or an MRE. Oftentimes they put sauce in it. You'll get a Tabasco sauce, the small one. The military, you know, they'll put these in there, the small little ones. Sometimes they put the green sauce, that's the red sauce. And it's just like a serving size. So that goes in there. And then I top it off. I'll put a little box of coffee. The coffee sticks, I'll put a box of coffee in it. And I will put a military ration. Right now I'm buying, they're very reasonably priced. I'll buy a 14 or 16 case of the low sodium Sapacos. Those go for about $3.50 a piece. I put one of those in there. The Tabasco sauces that I put in, each one goes for a little over $3.50 a piece. So if you add it up, and then $20 for shipping to send it, and I'm spending a little bit of money on those people. You know, you support me, I support you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the loyalty of those who support me. And I'm working my way through the list. After I get through with Holly, then it'll be Melinda's turn. Melinda Elliott will get one. And Uncle Al, I need to send him. He sent me. I never did get Uncle Al's package. He had sent me a package with the vest. I still haven't got the damn thing. He was asking about it. The other day. I embarrassed myself. I saw had a package. I thought it was his. I thought it was from CA because it didn't have his name on it. I thought it was CA and it was GA. And then I opened it up and I was going through it and everything. And then he said, "No, it's not my package." And I'm just ignoring the stream and I said, "No, it's not my package." And I'm just doing it. And then when I got to the card, I opened the card and it was from Dave and Echo, and it was Georgia GA, but it looked like a CA to me. So I got their package. So Uncle Al will get one. Justin Green, Pastor Green, he'll get one. God's old man. And then after that, it'll be KP Heathen. You know. That's where I'm at now, and I'm working on them. Idaho Garden Girl should be getting hers from the post office today or tomorrow. It was supposed to be in. It was supposed to be in tomorrow, but apparently it came in a day early, and sometimes it'll be a day. You know, I was telling her, you know, if it doesn't come in Saturday, look for it on Monday because they usually don't do it on Sunday, so look for it on Monday. You know, and that happens sometimes. Yes, coffee. Coffee keeps me going. Today was a 6 cup. I had one this evening, 7. I've had 7 8-ounce cups of coffee today. I have to stay hydrated. And, you know, I drank 3 4 cups of coffee in lieu of having breakfast. Didn't have breakfast this morning Sometimes I have a taco. A lot of times I have oatmeal. I didn't eat breakfast this morning. You know, I had lunch. This evening, I stopped off at Walmart. I got my wife a plate, chicken with mashed potatoes and corn, and I got myself a little bag of jalapeno poppers. You know, good stuff. And I used some French. I used some Thousand Island dressing. You know, dipping sauce. That's my evening. That and a cup of coffee. So we're 33 minutes in, and we're about 6 people in the house right now. Stop posting videos of porch pirates, in Quebec. I don't know. There's a big deal going on right now in Texas. The governor is desperate to try to help seal the border, secure the border. There's big holes in the construction of the wall. When the previous administration left office, there was several hundred miles of wall that had been funded and paid for, that materials had been purchased, and they're in the process of, you know, pouring concrete and installing wall. And as soon as the new administration came in, they stopped it. They stopped construction. They sold off a lot of the supplies, materials. Matter of fact, the state of Texas was buying up, you know, 5 cents on the dollar. They were buying up the construction materials that had previously been funded and purchased, and Congress had said install, and the current administration violated that and would not do it. So Texas was purchasing these materials, and when the administration found out about it, they raised unholy hell, and they stopped selling it. You know. So Texas has been trying to fill gaps in the wall. You've got situations where you've got wall up on either side, and then you've got an opening for a gate, and the gate was never installed. I mean, a huge gate, like maybe 30-foot wide gate. You know, 30-foot wide area with the gate area to where you can open and close it. You know, and an egress, entrance, and out and exit where you can go across the border. You know, go across the, you know, the fence, because the fence is actually not exactly on the border. It's like maybe half a mile to a mile on our side of the border, on property, U.S. property. So it's not in the river. And there's places where the state has been putting up concertina wire, barricading, and the current administrations have been trying to cut. They've been cutting the wire, and they've been taking it down, and they've been trying to leave these big gaps so people can come through. There's no desire to secure the border by the current administration, and they're in violation of law, and they're in violation of Congress, they're in violation of a lot of different things. And this is not me playing politics. This is just the facts of the matter. I mean, you've got both sides, conservative people in both parties that are just screaming about, what all's happening, and just for whatever reason, the current administration does not want to do anything to secure the border. They basically just welcome them in, and they're coming in. They're just coming in waves, and they're swamping. They bring their kids. We spend a lot of money to house them. We're spending a lot of money to feed them. We're spending a lot of giving them things. They get cell phones. They get all sorts of goodies. They get put up, and then we've got to educate their kids. And we've got to do all the shots and stuff. They bring stuff in. There are childhood maladies that were basically cured or at least eliminated here in the United States, and now some of these are and they stopped inoculating for them because they were no longer around. And now you've got people coming in from other places that were not inoculated, that still have these maladies, and now they're bringing them in, and our kids now are getting these maladies, and so they're going to have to start re-inoculating them for things that they previously had stopped inoculating for. And then Guru of Baseball Cards, Mike Crusher Reviews. See, people are sneaking in on me when I'm talking, and I'm not paying attention. Guru of Baseball Cards, my friend. Dave, I run a playlist last night, and I see where you had dropped a couple of 30, 40-minute live streams. So I run them, and now I just need to leave you comments and likes, but they've been run. So if you see where you picked up an extra hour or two somewhere along in there, that was probably me. But I'll when I get off of here, I run 7 or 8 live streams last night, and I need to go back and make comments. Guru of Baseball Cards and Mike Crusher Reviews. Mike, thank you for coming in. No, we've in Idaho Garden Girl. Idaho Garden Girl, did you ever get straightened out with that box? Did you get that box? You said that you thought that you'd got a notification, but it wasn't where you thought it was going to be. Did you get that straightened out? I hope you got it straightened out. So, Dave, my best to echo, and I think I run one of her live streams as well. I'll be communicating with you. I'll be leaving comments and like numbers and all that sort of stuff. But I run several people's live streams overnight. I use my iPad. I take my phone with me to school. Sometimes I'm running a playlist during the day. I get home, then I go back and leave comments. I did not see if you had left a comment that you had received the box. Oh, you can't chat because you're driving. Okay, Idaho Garden Girl, I appreciate that. Let me know later on if you text me. She's driving, so she can't really chat right now. Idaho Garden Girl is driving right now, so it's not safe to be trying to text while you're driving. We're 40 minutes into the stream right now, 10. in the house, 11 likes. If you haven't left a like, please leave me a like to support the channel. It will help me with the algorithm. For those of you who are just now coming in, earlier I had showed, and I'm going to do a video of it. I got in a Sterno folding stove, and $11 on Amazon with Prime. And this is what it looks like. You set it up, it's flat, you set it up. You've got a place. You can put your canned heat or your sterno in there. Close that. I don't have it closed all the way. And you set what you want down on top of it. $11. I'll do a video of it this weekend. And I like to use the canned heat. Burns for 6 hours. You can turn on and off. It's liquid with a wick. Takes about 15 minutes to boil water. And I get a 12-pack of these at Sam's for $20. If it's really freezing and your power goes out, and you're in a bedroom, whatever, you can put 2 of these. I put them on a coaster or something or other. I wouldn't want to just put them on the wood floor or whatever, because it'll start getting hot. You can burn 2 of these and it'll keep your temperature up in a small bedroom. It'll give you some heat. Allergic to seafood. I understand. 63 and rainy. It's not raining here today, but it's cold. Great replacement theory. Yeah. Basically what it comes down to is that most of these people who are coming in are not going to leave. They're hoping eventually they'll get citizenship. And being at the lower end of the scale and relying on government support and the party that's constantly giving out the handouts, they're hoping they're picking up voters. And that's basically what their purposes are. They are trying to turn states blue. They're trying to get a majority that they can hold. And they're trying to basically stack the deck so they can be in power and stay in power. They don't like, hey, every 4 or 8 years, because they screw up enough of the voters decide to vote the other way, so that you get somebody like Trump, or you get a Bush, or you get a Reagan, or you get a Republican elected, and then the Republican will try to change back and backtrack on some stuff that they're doing that they get way out of line, and that's basically where we're at this year. Chances are, the way things are going, that with the seats that are up for the Senate, the chances are the Republicans, because it's very close, the Republicans will probably retake the Senate by 2-3 votes maybe, and which basically gives them control of the committees and everything. And then they probably will pick up a few more seats in the House, because it's very close, and they'll control Congress, and then hopefully or likely, there'll be a change in the president. And I mean, if you look at where we're at right now, and I'm not saying anything in favor or against, the current president's the oldest president in the history. He's 80 years old. And there are a lot of 80-year-old people. Winston Churchill was a sharp SOB when he was 80 years old. But the current occupant in the White House is in his dotage. He very obvious that he's slipping, and I don't have any faith in his vice president, who was basically put in there because he said he'd put in a woman, and he put in a black woman, and she basically, how do you get to be an attorney? How do you pass the bar and be an airhead? I really do not know that. I do not know how you can have the education, and be an airhead. I just don't know. And that's whatever party you to talk about. And look at the candidates. Look at who is. You're telling me that this is the best we got. The people that are running. This is the best we got. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But I like what Elon Musk says. He says, "My wallet's Republican. If you've got money, if you pay tons of, pays a lot on taxes and such, and you want to get the government off your back, you tend to be more conservative. I tend to be I tend to be fairly do what you want socially, but I tend to be very, when it comes to my wallet, I tend to be very, get your hands off of it." That's my political commentary for today. So, I will try to drop a short. I don't know how, so you get these people, they drop 8 or 10 shorts a day. They're always dropping shorts. And they're doing 15, 20 posts on the community wall. And they drop 1 or 2 videos a day. And they may be doing a 2.5, 3 hour live stream. Yeah. Bert's Beats. And I don't think Bert's in here. I haven't seen Bert this evening. But as an example, Bert's Beats, and I have not seen Melinda this evening, Melinda Elliott. If you go on to Social Blade, Google Social Blade, SOCIALBLADE. Go into the YouTube, Social Blade, and then go to the YouTube. And you have the ability, and it doesn't cost you anything. You can go in and you can type in the name of your channel or the name of any channel, and it'll give you a breakdown on how that channel's doing. It'll talk about the channel as far as this is how much money the channel's bringing in ads, because you may or may not be monetized, but if you're of any significance, they're running ads. They run ARP ads for me. They run they run ads for old people, because my viewing audience tends to be a little bit older, you know. So when they run ads, like I do a video, they'll stop. They'll do in the middle of the video. You know, and they'll run an ad. If you don't have, you know, if you're not paying for the YouTube, the premium, then they run ads. You got to take care of the ads, and the Social Blade will tell you how your channel's doing. It'll project how much money your channel's making, as far as ad wise, what what YouTube is making off of your, what your channel's bringing in, and it'll rate you, and then it'll give you a rating. Uh, my channel is rated as a C plus channel. A lot of channels my size, a little bigger than me, a little smaller than me, similar to me, um, they're C plus channels. My friend Guru Dave, last time I checked, he was a C plus channel. Um, Bert's Beats. You want to do the hashtag Modern Day Breakfast Club to join there. Join the army. And he's a B minus channel. He's a lot more prolific. He puts out a lot more. He's a younger man. He's an educator too. He's a teacher. And I think he's a middle school teacher too. But he puts out a lot more material than I do. And his channel's rated as a B minus channel. Melinda Elliott, his channel is also rated as a B minus channel. A lot of channels, like Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog, my channel, various ones. I think Bus Stop, we're all rated as a C plus channel, which there's nothing wrong with that, because there's channels they're not as good as that. Um, Yeah, that's true. Bus stop, they'll run ads. Yeah, he does. I think he does. He's in his dotage. Um, I think he takes medication for it. Or they give him stuff because sometimes he's a little bit sharper than other times. Sometimes he doesn't know where the exit is, he'll shake hands with somebody who's not there. Or he'll talk about somebody who passed away, like they're present or whatever. We're so and so. I mean, he really he has good days. He has bad days. And the thing that's scary is that he is the commander in chief, and he's the one that in the military. The idea of the head of uh, defense forces, the Secretary of Defense, went to the hospital, was out of pocket for 4 days, and nobody knew it. That White House didn't know about it. He's in charge of overall military. He's the guy for the military, uh, Austin, and he went to the hospital. He apparently went in for something minor. It wasn't expected, and then he was there for 4 days before they found out about it. It's a big scandal. They're questioning him now. I think they've got a special investigator or something other looking into it. Creative creative redundancy C+2. Wow. Well, yes, at Modern Day Breakfast Club, I try to put that stuff. I try to put that hashtag when I do my wall, my post, and do it for my little videos and such. I have not went over and joined with all those members. Sometimes they'll put a list of them, 40, 50 of them up, and I'm not subscribed to a lot of them. I don't think a lot of them are subscribed to me. There's several of them. Like Black Widow is part of the Modern Day Breakfast Club. I found her through Bert's Beats. And I've joined her, and she's joined me. I'm friendly. They'll do the Geritol or the X-Lax or one of those you know Rolaids, what something other, uh, fluff your butt. They'll run those ads on mine, because I'm an older guy, and ARP, uh, and they 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 run sometimes they run some stuff that I'm not I don't want any part of. They were running one of those wild haired evangelist types, that I don't really appreciate that they're running some of his stuff, ads for him. I don't do. People know. I don't do. Yeah, Olstein. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. I don't care for him. He's up in Houston. I don't care for him. Um, here's my commentary about that. Um, I don't have a problem with a pastor who has a family and he's got kids. He's got to put his kid through school. He's got to put his kids through college. I mean, the pastor needs a couple of cars. He and his wife need a car. He needs to get around. She needs to get around. They need a house where they can support their family and have their kids and everything. They need a nice house. He needs to wear nice clothes. He needs to support his family. He's got to put his kids through school. So I don't have a problem with the pastor making $100,000 a year. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Depends on where you live. I have no problems with that. That would be considered middle to upper middle class. Don't have a problem with that. But then you get these people who have these like 7, 8 million, $10 million mansions, and they've got planes. They got jet planes that are $10, $15 million, and they're talking about the Lord, and they support the Lord. Not mentioning any names. Now, But I don't think Jesus would appreciate him very much. If the Lord returned, I don't think the Lord would appreciate him because, the people that he had following him in the life that he led, he wasn't out there getting rich. He wasn't out there making money. He was taking donations. You know, his folks ate. They had clothes. But they weren't living the life of luxury. And I don't think a pastor should be doing that. I think he should be a working pastor. A lot of the pastors in the smaller churches, they're bivocational. So in other words, their congregation's not very big. They probably bring in enough money to pay the bills, pay the utilities, support the pastor somewhat, but they don't have enough money to pay the pastor to basically be full-time pastor. So you have bivocational pastors. So in other words, the pastor has a career. He's working someplace, doing something, and then usually Wednesday evenings is a church evening. Sunday's a church day, maybe Saturday, visitation, whatever. So most of the week he's working. And then a couple of days a week he's pastoring. In an emergency he can go and, whatever. He needs to go respond to something other emergency, or there needs to do a funeral, or whatever. I understand. But a lot of the churches, a very big, a lot of the churches have got bivocational pastors because the congregation cannot support, cannot just basically sustain the pastor. A lot of the churches will have they'll have a parsonage, house, whether it's right next to the church or whether it's in the neighborhood that the church owns, where the pastor lives, and and they get to live in while they're pastoring the congregation. They live in that home. Family lives in that home. They get allowances for various things. They pay for things, and the board. There's be a church board or whatever, deacons or whatever, and they go through usually once a week or so. Once every couple of weeks, they have a meeting and they go through the church bills, and they go through there's a secretary and there's a church treasurer. One takes care of the books. And they go through that. Um, I mean, I'm qualified to talk about education. I'm qualified to talk about the faith. I've been a member of church boards. I've been an officer. I was on the state cabinet for Gideon's International in Texas for 3 years, area director. I know how organizations. I've been involved in fairly large social organizations. I was a member of the Corpus Christi Buccaneer Association, the Buccaneer Parade Association, put on Buccaneer Days. I was a vice president for that. I mean, I know how, I've been around. I know how things work, you know, and I can talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah, the people are observing. They know who tithes. They know who's putting out the money. Where they're getting the money from. They're usually a few rich families and fair sized churches, and they're the ones that they're supporting the church. A lot of people, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'd go to church. I'd put a $20 bill on the plate. You I might write a check. You know, and I'm putting in $100. I'm contributing maybe $100 a month to the church. You know, 25 I support that. But I'm not. I'm not. I was not when I was actively, in the church. I was not, and I would support stuff and I would do stuff. I was in Awana. I was on Awana director. I would do the vacation Bible study, Bible school such. I would do Bible studies and such. And you know, but it's deductible, tax deductible. So back to preparedness and back to prepping and such. Um, you need to have a inventory of what you have. You need to date stuff. Make sure Idaho Garden Girl did a video here a few days ago that I watched. It was a good one. And she was talking about expiration dates and best by dates. And the best by date does not mean that it's not good. I mean, there'll be things. Mr. Whistle, thanks for coming in, Mr. Whistle. There will be things that that go bad. You know, like you get an expiration date on milk. You get, refrigerated milk. You get an expiration date. It may be good after the expiration date. You start smelling it, or you want to taste it and don't swallow. Just put it on the tongue. Check it out because it'll go bad and it'll taste real. You make you want to throw up. You drink bad milk. But a lot of things, just because it's an expiration date, does not mean that it's not good. And it doesn't mean that it can't be 2-3 years out of date and you can't eat it. You've got to check for bloating. If the can's bloated, you got the can's all dented. If it's rusted, I would not. The other thing is you open up the can, smell, do the sniff test. How does it smell? Taste, put a little bit in your tongue. How's it taste? If it smells bad, don't do it. Tastes bad, don't do it. You know what it should taste like. Get rid of it. The idea is you want to have a rotation set up. You want to have stuff dated, and you want a rotation where you use the oldest stuff first, the newest stuff last. Melinda Elliott came in. Melinda, how are you doing? Good to see you. I was commenting about your channel, and I mentioned that you are a B- channel, and I am a C+ channel. I give you props. Bert's Beats a B- channel. I was looking at some of my friends, just comparing. There's a lot of C+ channels. My size a little smaller, a little bit bigger. The better the rating, the fewer the channels. Better the rating, the fewer the channels. And when you go into Social Blade, SOCIALBLADE, and you go into YouTube, and you key in the name of your channel or a channel you want to look at, doesn't cost you anything. It'll give you a breakdown. It'll give you projections. It'll talk about projecting what kind of money your channel's bringing in on ads, and it'll project growth of your channel, and something good to look at. I encourage you to do that if you haven't done it. And you are on my list of people to get a goodie box from me. Idaho Garden Girl should have gotten hers today. Well, she should have gotten it tomorrow, but I received a text message that they said it was here today. So I was waiting to hear her say that she'd got it. It was at the post office. It's scheduled to be in tomorrow. So the next one I said I was going to work on is Holly Ivins. And I'll try to do a video of that and show what's in. I was showing components that would be in it tonight. That's going to be in that box. I was showing components tonight of things that are going to be in the box. And I'll do a video of it. And then after I get Holly's out, Melinda, you'll be the next one on the list to receive a box from me. I appreciate your support. I've been doing playlist stuff, and I think I might have played something of yours. If I hadn't, I'll try to do it tonight. I run a playlist last night. I put together last night. I run it this morning, ran it during school today at like 7 or 8 different channels. I run live streams. I've got to go back now, and I've got to leave a comment that I'd run a live stream. I usually will leave a comment that's a full replay. I'll indicate what number like it was, and then I'll say blessings and leave a couple of emojis, and to let you know that was me. I run the entire stream, and you should have picked up an hour and a half. And when it comes to Melinda, She does shorter live streams, so I'd have to run 2 or 3 of them to make one of mine, you know. And I understand. Um, I understand some people run 2 3 hour live streams, and some people run a 15 20 minute live stream, and more power to them. But when you're trying to get watch hours, and I was telling Bus Stop this, he's saying I need to get my watch hours up. Okay, you want to get watch hours? Start doing 1 hour live stream. So if somebody plays it, they do a replay on it, you get one watch hour. And if you get 10 people to play it, that's 10 watch hours. Now if you do a 2 hour live stream and they run it on a playlist, you get 2 watch hours. And I mean, there are some people like Echo, Living My Best Life at 60, did one here, here a week or so back, where she did like an 8 or 8.5 hour. I think she did an overnight. She started it, and then it was like an overnight sleep, silent one. I played the whole thing. I mean, I ran the entire live stream, so she would have picked up 8.5 hours on that from me. So I will try. SD Mountain Man, thank you for coming in, SD. Good to see you in the house. I'm not paying attention. I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much without looking at the stream. So, 12 in the house. And I will try to do another short. I will try to drop another video. And I will do some posts on my community wall. And I will anticipate, my 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. I'll try to do my hour. I'm a little over an hour right now. And when the live stream's over, if you will come back and leave me a like and a comment, I appreciate it. I'm on the road to 1,600 right now. I'm floating around 1,520. I will be doing a 1,600 subscriber giveaway when I hit 1,600. And if you want to be qualified for my drawing, you want your name in the hat for my drawing, then you need to leave me a like and a supportive comment on the last 5 videos that I drop before I hit 1,600. Now I will tell you, the last drawing I did, I had 9 names. There were 9 names in that drawing. And it just so happened the Bus Stop was the one that I pulled out. First time he'd been a winner. And he'd been with me. He's been with me for years. And he has been growing. His channel's sort of been linked to mine. There's 2 or 3 of us that he follows real close, that he goes into. And he's been linked with mine. And as my channel has grown, his channel has grown. And he's been growing a lot faster than I am right now, because he puts a lot more time and energy into his channel than I am. I work and I put a lot more time and energy into my job. Take care, Utah Mike. Be safe and stay warm. Yeah, it's going to get colder. It will get colder. That's what we have to look forward to. I will continue to show the items that I'm putting in boxes. And I'm putting good stuff in the box. I need to figure out and add up. I tell people, like, I go through what's going in a box, and I'll tell you what I paid for it. I need to add it up to see what I'm giving away right now as far as monetary cost of what I'm giving away. I know that it's costing me about $20 a pop when I send them out. Now, if I was to send one across the border, I sent Claudette. She's been doing a lot of after hours, viewing and running my streams. I sent one to Claudette. The same box I sent everybody else was 3 times. She just lives right across the border in Canada. And $60, over $60 to send. What I would send $20 here in the 48 states, you just step across the border and it's an extra $40. She's like, you can see the United States from her side of the border. That's how bad, you know. I tell you what, these postal services should be flying the Jolly Roger because they're pirates. Devil Dog Prepper, thank you for coming in, Devil Dog. Good to see you. You can always run my stream afterwards. It was a pretty good stream tonight. I had some good stuff in here, showed some good stuff. We had some good talk. And I think you enjoyed. I've showed some good stuff that's going in boxes I'm sending out, and think, prices on preps and such. I'll put some stuff on my community wall about it. If you haven't left me a like, please leave a like to support the channel. It will help me with the algorithm, and it will certainly be appreciated. As I was saying, I support those who support me. My philosophy is we grow together. I join all the channels that come in here into my channel on my stream. I give out. You come in, you behave, be nice, and you will get a standard moderator, and I'll link you on my channel. And then I oftentimes link people on my community wall. You go to my community wall, you'll see a lot of linked channels. If you have not hit the if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not hit the notification icon, please hit the notification icon. I don't bombard you with videos. I don't bombard you with shorts. I don't bombard you with, I do about an hour live stream every day. I'm a little over an hour now. I do a few community wall posts, usually on the weekends. I'll shout out channels, link channels, and I trying to get monetized. I need, oh God, where am I at? 3,200 some odd watch hours right now, and I figure probably next month I'll be, latter part of February I'll be hitting the 4,000 mark, and I can go ahead and apply for monetization. Then I'll start getting this little $5-10 check every month for your small channel. I don't know. I know some people they got 3,000, 3,500 subscribers. They put out more content than I do, and they'll get like $100 check, and they work their butts off, and they put out a lot more, get a lot more watch hours, put out a lot more content than I do, and they're getting like $100 check. Now, if you're over in one of these third world countries where $100 or $200 is like big money, it's like $1,000 here, then they appreciate, getting that kind of money. But my job, I can put in 7 or 8 hours a day, and I could be monetized and making a couple $100 a month on it. And you think, I'm teaching, I'm making $400, I'm equivalent $400 a day teaching, gross, a little less than that. I'm topped out. I put 30 years in. I get all these stipends and everything. I'm at the top of the pay scale, graduate degree and all that. And I enjoy it. It's a good hobby. You made 150 last month, Belinda? Well, that's good. Belinda's she's got over 3K. So her channel is about twice the size of mine. She's about twice the size. She's got 3,150 some odd. And if you're not subscribed, please do so, and please support her. I will try to put you down on my watch list, and I'll run one of your live streams, Belinda, to try to help you. And I'll do the same thing for you, Melinda. I run some of your live streams. S&C Homestead Adventures, welcome. You know, the other thing, when we talk about um, our channel, you know, channels can blow up. They can get big, and they can get big in a hurry. You start hitting the right topic, you start putting up the right. I have people contact me saying they can help me to improve my channel and to improve my views and to, uh, you know, a lot of it comes down to what are my thumbnails like? What do my thumbnails look like? Um, what, how do I word? You know, how do I word my titles? You know, am I doing clickbait stuff to get the algorithm and get, you know, the, am I putting out enough stuff to keep me in the algorithm? You know, so you know, it is what it is, and I try what I try. Um, yeah, Social Blade. Go to Social Blade. Look at YouTube Social Blade. Um, Key in the name of your channel or key in the name of a channel you want to look at. It'll project how it's doing. It'll project the kind of money it's bringing in ad wise. Um, it'll project where your channel's going. It'll rate it. I'm a C plus channel. A lot of channels are C plus channels that are my size, a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, similar activity to me. Some of them are monetized. Some of them are not. I'm not monetized at this point. And you know, you got channels that are like B minus channels, a lot more active, put out a lot more material. I'm sure they generate a lot more ad revenue for YouTube. Idaho Garden Girl, did you get your box? I mean, I know you said you got notification at the, you know, notification about, but did you actually get your box? Please let me know. I'd appreciate to know. And I look forward to you doing an unboxing of it. It'd be neat to see you do an unboxing. She did. I want to know that she got her box. Um, that she physically, not that she got notification it was in, but that she physically got her box. You know, I want to make sure she got her box. Next up, it will be Holly Ivins. Be next in the house to get her box put together. The post office has the box. All is well. I will get it on Monday. Wonderful. I figured you'd probably get it Monday because you know the way things are. I didn't figure it was going to come in maybe till Monday, but apparently it's here. So wonderful. I'm glad. I'm glad. I look forward to an unboxing. So the idea of the prepper and prepping is the motto: be prepared, preparedness. The Scout motto: be prepared. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, you know, train, acquire things you need. Prepping is a marathon. It's not like a sprint. You just don't go overnight and get it. It's a takes time. Make a inventory of what you have, what you consider to be preps. Make a list of things that you don't have that you need. You know, if you've got a good electric can opener and it works great, power goes out, do you have a manual can opener? Electric one's not going to work if the power's out. You need a good manual can opener. That's $5-6. Put that on your list if you don't have one. I'd also tell you, if you can, have two. Have a spare. If the manual, if the first one breaks, you got a spare. You got to think about that. If it's a long-term situation, I keep one of my carry bag. I keep a can opener. I got a bottle opener. I need to do a video showing what's in my carry bag right now. And FEMA says she should have a week's worth of food. FEMA says, good night, Holly. Thanks for coming in. I'll be working on yours this weekend, and I might do a video of it. Stay warm, Holly. FEMA says you should have a week's worth of bottled water. Each person, you should drink 4 half-liters a day. That's 8 glasses. A half-liter is 2 cups, 2 glasses of water. Said you should have 8 glasses a day. That's 4 of those bottles. Each person that you are having to sustain should have the same amount. So you got to figure out and do a little bit of math. I like to buy the 24 case packs. I can carry them. You're talking 25, 26 pounds of weight. The 40 packs are getting a little too heavy for me these days. So one person, 24 packs of water. What are the pack going for? About $3.50, $7. So you're figuring a week's a little bit over a week. You got a little bit for making food, a little bit for, brush your teeth, whatever. Wash your face. 2 24 packs. You need food for a week. Well, what do you eat? What do you have that you eat, that you enjoy? It should be something that you like to eat. And it can be something like oatmeal. Oatmeal's not expensive. I get a 10-pack of oatmeal. I eat 2 at a time. $1.85 for a 10-pack. I get the multi-packs. It's got different flavors. You want to have a couple of those. What is that? $4. Less than $4. You like cream of wheat? Do cream of wheat. You got different things you can do. You can do hot cereals. What do you do for lunch? What do you want for lunch? What do you like? There's all sorts of stuff you can get. You can have yourself a couple of cases of MREs. Not that expensive. They got the 8-ounce retort pouches with the mains. Sort of like a Dingy Moore or Hormel singles, You can boil those. You can heat them. Microwave's not working. Put them in a pot of hot water. Heat them that way. They're in like a plastic retort pouch. That's a meal. Have crackers. Crackers aren't expensive. Get a box of crackers for $1.75, less than $2. Have several boxes. Soup. Cup of soup. I get these little soups that I got over at Aldi. I get the beef. I get the chicken. $1. You put in hot water. 1 bottle of water, 16 ounces. Let it steep for a while. Stir it up. Put the packet of flavoring in it. And that and some crackers as a meal. It's not expensive. You can have lots of different types of things. You like peanut butter, you like jelly, peanut butter and jelly on crackers, on bread. Have several loaves of bread. Keep bread. Coffee. Little instant coffees. Lemonades. Put it in water. Grape juice in water. Orange in water. Tea in water. Cold. Got a way to keep your water cold? Do you have like a 12-volt refrigerator? And a power source for it? I do. I've got 2 of them. Got a spare. And I'm just saying, I'm not completely prepped, but I mean, I'm getting there. I'm doing that, and I'm buying the expensive things. I've had a 12-volt refrigerator freezer which we use for camping. I've done a video. The number one video I've done that has the most views on it, has over 8,000 views, is that view I did of a review of my 12-volt refrigerator, which is about 3 or 4 years ago. Has over 8,000 views. Bert's Beats. Thank you for coming in, Bert's Beats. Yeah, it's going to get cold. Thank you for being here. I run a replay on one of your live streams last night, Bert. And I have been singing you out and singing your praises. My friend who has a B- rated channel. And you think B-, that's like an 80, 82? Well, I mean, I'm a C+ channel, so I mean, I'm like, giving you props. You're one of those channels. You and Melinda are two friends of mine that are in here that have those at your Modern Day Breakfast Club, which I subscribe to. And I'll run another one tonight. I need to leave a comment on the last one I did. I did one. I run a playlist today when I was at work on my iPad. I made it before I went to work today. I've got to go back and leave comments and let you know full replays. I did that for 7, 8 live streams, and I'll do the same thing tonight. 10 in the house, 19 likes. If you have not left me a like, please leave a like to support the channel. I would truly appreciate it. A manual coffee grinder, that's good. Having a manual grinder is a good thing to have. You want to make bread? You want to grind up some grain or some corn or something other? Oats. Need a grinder. And having a manual one, power goes out, it still work. I've been telling some of my friends who have wells, they have water wells. Do you have a manual pump? Do you have one of those old style manual pumps? Well, I mean, we got a 220 volt, blah, blah, blah. Power goes out, you're going to be able to power it. You don't have electricity, do you have a means to power that pump? If you don't have a means to power that pump, it might behoove you to look on installing or having somebody install a manual pump that you can pump water out. Pump it into a bucket, or pump it into a can, or pump it into whatever you want. But you're going to need water. If it's drinkable water, potable, you're going to need a water supply. Having a well, that's a good supply. However, power goes out, how are you going to power that wellhead, that pump, to bring it up? That's why a lot of people, in addition to having the the 220 volt pump, they have a manual pump. So if the power's not working, now they're making generators now that'll run. So you could, if you've got like a propane generator, or a gas generator, or if you've got one of these super high powered lithium power stations, the big buddies, they can run 220. Some of the biggest ones with the super big inverters, they can run a 220 power source. A lot of them can't. You're going to spend some money. To get one that will. Yeah, get your water tested. The water in my well is very hard. It's got a lot of minerals in it, and you got to do some serious filtration. I don't use it. It's not for drinking. We use it. You use a well. It's like, water the yard, water the plants. Saves you on the water bill because we got city water. When my house was originally built back in the 60s, we were outside. It was outside the city limits. All the houses had septic systems. They all have water wells. They're oversized. 3/4 of an acre lots. Everybody had a well. Everybody had a septic system. Well, we've got city sewer now. We're not using a septic system. We're using city water, but we've also got a water well. Yeah, that's something other. Sustainable water is something you need. I got a big supply of it, but it'll run out. And then, you don't want to be out after things have fallen apart trying to, you don't want to be out trying to secure water, trying to secure food, trying to secure medication. You know, things will be hell for a while. You don't want to be there. You don't want to have to do that. 19 in the house, or 19 likes if you would. Leave me a like. So it's the weekend. I'm off. Got a 3-day vacation. We'll be off for Martin Luther King, holiday on Monday. Weather's going to be real bad Sunday, Monday, Tuesday here. It'll be very cold, be freezing. It'll be down the low 20s. Yeah, I've been told that sometimes my channel is rolling, the internet, and sometimes it's rolling, and I don't always have um, a real good signal, and I'm sorry for that. If that happens, yeah, they're talking about delaying school, or they may, for average daily attendance, if it's real bad, if the weather's real bad, they'll have a hard time with staff. There'll be a lot of staff people that our absentee rate is horrible right now at my school, and they're using paraprofessionals and different people to fill, to cover classes because we're short of substitutes. Um, it's not good, and in a real bad inclement weather day like that, your absenteeism would be high, your student absenteeism would be high. They're talking about if they do have school, they'll delay start time. You know, we'll see. What happens. But yeah, I anticipate that won't be that good. So I will plan on being back on tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another live stream. I will try to drop a short. I'll try to put together another video, and I'll do some posting on my community wall. If you have not clicked the notification, you need to click notification. I try to put out good stuff, good prepping stuff, good recommendations for stuff that I buy, that I have bought, that I used. I'll indicate where I get stuff and prices. I look for deals, and I will plan on seeing y'all tomorrow. Remember, the Boy Scout motto is be prepared. Life is good. It is what it is. And everybody, please have a blessed day. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk.